Hey guys, in this video, I want to go over a quick asset update, and then I do want to actually hop on in here to my health equity account. This has been a wild ride for my investment account with health equity, which I want to jump into a little bit more, but that has done extremely well in the last 12 months. Um, as always, like and subscribe. This is really kind of my first take at trying this channel, and I'm really enjoying it so far, doing a daily video. So would love to see some comments and ask any questions. And just a little bit about me. I retired about 18 months ago, and I loved it, retirement life. But like 4 months into it, I really just started getting itchy to get back into the game. And so for me, having the something to look forward to every day. That's kind of why I'm doing YouTube. I think it's going to be fun and kind of get back into the swing of things. Um, so here's my net worth. My net worth, we're just over $1.8 million. And what I want to look at is, some of the assets that I have. So we just got back from a 4-month long road trip in our RV. We've been living out of that since January 1. And we are kind of in an interesting position. We're just kind of, I bought a lot of things. Let me show you here under my manual assets. I've been selling a lot of cars, and we're just kind of gearing up, ready to do. We're going to build a container home where we're at. We're going to upgrade to a larger RV. And so let me show you the manual assets. So I need to update this because this is all within the last 24 hours. I purchased a Chevy Sonic and little cheap, good cash car, great gas mileage. We towed it along with us, and I sold it for more than what I paid for as soon as I came home. And then I have this Polaris Slingshot. Now I bought this Polaris Slingshot for $14,000. Kelly Blue Book, as of December when I put this in, said it was worth $12,325. I listed it for $17,000 the other day. I was getting bombarded. Someone came the next day, and they got their bank loan and they paid 17 for it. And I'm just really shocked. And I think this is kind of just part of the interesting part of the world today. Things are not quite normal. Not sure if it's inflation or because of there's a shortage, but there's like an everything shortage right now. And the Slingshot is a fantastic vehicle. I'm curious if I have any pictures of it. Maybe I'll throw that up here. But I rented it out on Turo. I probably did close to $15,000 in the last 2 years. That's why I bought it. I was like, okay, it'd be fun to ride, but I'll rent it out on the weekends. I don't know how much money I'll make on it, but it'll pay for itself, and it's paid for itself. And so the fact that I bought it for 14, I rented it out for nearly 15, and then I just sold it for 17 is just stupid to me because it's a car, right? It's just a vehicle, and vehicles go down in value. So I did sell this. I sold the Sonic, and then I listed the RV last night for 20 grand. I thought I was being conservative. I've probably gotten messaged maybe 60 times so far, and I definitely underlisted it. I should have listed it for 22 or 23, and but I'll have it sold here in the next hour. And so I'm really kind of excited to turn this back into cash, and then kind of reallocate. So that's just a little asset update. What I want to talk about is my health equity account. So yesterday, my wife, so I got this at my first big boy job. This is probably 8-9 years ago. And so I've basically used this. And if you don't know what a HSA, it's a health savings account. You put money into your account, and we probably went 5 years without health insurance. And so we just loaded up every year, start of the year. And if we had to go to the doctor, we'll just pay out of pocket and just swipe the card. And didn't really use it as an investment vehicle. And with, over the years, we just didn't use it enough. I think I had like 12 grand, 13 grand in the HSA. And, you can put in, I think the 2021 limit is you can put $7,200 for a family, or half that, $3,600 per person. And so if you're single, I definitely recommend putting this in. I usually max this out before I max out like a retirement account, because we use it for the health benefits. However, last year I put it in. You can see here, 2019 I didn't use it. 2020 was the very first year I ever did anything stock related. So in 2020, looks like I did $12,500 that I put into the account. That was I think February, so right before the crash. Okay, so everything came crashing down, and I think that was March 23rd. And so I did that all before, and the account honestly went down to like 7 grand. And I was like, oh gosh, like, is this what the stock market's like? And I'm a real estate guy, so this is kind of new to me. And you can see here that the account is now worth $20,500. I'm really, really thrilled with that return. And honestly, I think it's gonna keep going. The best part of using an HSA is this is tax-free money that's growing tax-free. And when we're older and this account has $150,000, $200,000 in it, we can just swipe that for chiropractic visits, doctor visits, copays, anything, and anything in that world, dental. And, we've been using it for years with dental. So there are 3 funds that I picked, and they don't give you a lot of options, but obviously I'm thrilled with how things kind of shook out. So here's kind of the first one. You can see here in the last year, this is what it's worth today, 141 a share. In the last year, 89. And if let me just see here. If I can go, so we were February, sometime it started going down in February. So I'm not sure when I bought it. I literally just dumped it in blindly. And so we were kind of near this price point. And of course, as we get down to March, it's down and it's coming back up. So I don't know if we got lucky, but here's kind of the pricing in the last year. 250 up to 360. Like, that's really stupid amazing. Here's the last cap, last fund. 58 to 105. Honestly, I don't know a lot about these funds, but for me, just to be invested is enough. And on this channel, I'm not really telling people how to invest or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And, I look at these, 0.05, as an expense ratio, and they're just really cheap. And honestly, when I went into health equity to choose which accounts to do, I picked one that was aggressive, one that was less aggressive. And that's honestly how I picked them. Now, yesterday I just funded the account. I think $7,200 should be landing sometime soon. And my wife is, she wants to use it still. So if it's in the investment account, it's not usable. And so I told her, hey, if you can use $3,500, in 2021, that would be fantastic. So she's gonna work on a budget. She's gonna use that. She's gonna swipe the card. We're gonna kind of keep tabs, and then the other, $4,000 and change, we'll dump back into here, and we'll watch it grow again. And hopefully this account will grow to $30,000 before the end of the year. That would make me pretty thrilled, considering my cost basis will only be like 16 grand. So anyway, if you don't have an HSA, I would recommend looking into health equity, seeing if there's a way. I know a lot of people can get them through their work, and so just kind of looking at that as an option. And I'm hoping that will continue to grow my net worth. And it's been interesting. You can see the stock market just went live, so it just updated. I'm up $3,000 for the day. So you can see here, this has been interesting to, kind of keep tabs on net worth, because as I go in here and I look at, what changes your net worth, you honestly, you don't think about it when you're not tracking it, but when you're tracking it, things get a little bit different. If I'm selling these things for the value that I currently have as an asset, I'm only making, 5,000, almost $5,000 more here. This is about the same. This is, $500 more. I'm selling these vehicles. My net worth isn't changing. And so that's kind of a little bit of an eye opener for me, over the last 6 months since I've started doing this. And so, but this cash gets reallocated, but my net worth doesn't change. So, with time, it'll be interesting to see how this continues to grow. for this channel. My goal is to, I have a relatively high income. My goal is to have the net worth probably grow to 2.2, maybe 2.3 million. And honestly, that's going to depend on real estate. Among 5 properties, if each property grows 5%, which I think it will probably do double digit, but even if it does 5%, I'll be really thrilled, and that alone should carry me over $2 million. So we'll have to do some sort of celebration when I hit $2 million. I've never been a multimillionaire, and being a millionaire is not what it used to be. So for me, it's exciting to watch, it's exciting to track, and I'm looking forward to doing more of this. With that said, like and subscribe. Just trying to get out there, share my story, have some fun, and it's exciting for me to track.